Do you know the movie Matrix? In this movie, a hacker called Neo received the following message: "Wake up, Neo. The Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit." And he cannot let go of this important message and sets off a journey. And the path leads him to a very strange figure called Morpheus. And he gives him a choice. He can swallow the blue pill, and in this case, he wakes up in his bed and remembers nothing. Or he can take the red pill and find the truth. And Neo, of course, chooses the red pill. And so a very important quest begins for him. And he comes to recognize that the world he once believed to be fixed and unchangeable is in fact a simulation. Which pill would you have chosen? Is this movie perhaps just a science fiction? Or are we all trapped in such a matrix? And basically, the movie is right. Because our life here on earth, which seems so constant and unchangeable to us, is only ever the same because we mostly choose always the same. And the most people do not really understand this. The first step is to realize what the matrix really is and what the trap is. Because only if you know the trap, then you can free yourself from it. Maybe you imagine the matrix to be a kind of artificial matter in which everything exists. Everything we experience here on earth is part of this matrix, as if you were really in a computer game where you have to master certain levels. And so we are subject to this illusion and live together in a world that isn't really real. And yes, that's exactly how it is. We live in an illusion. But who installed this matrix and why? And how do you get out of this trap? What I experience again and again when it comes to this topic is that people are looking for someone to blame. Someone to blame for the fact that they feel so trapped. Surely someone must be to blame, or? But that's basically where the trap snaps shut. Because whenever you look for someone to blame, whether it is a kind of dark force or the secret cabals or aliens with contempt for humanity, then you remain trapped in the old matrix. This is one of the characteristics of the old matrix, that we polarize and we judge. And that is what keeps you trapped. And by the way, just see if these words resonate with you. And maybe it is also your truth. And if not, that's totally fine. I'm not trying to convince anyone. And I cannot free you from the matrix either. But I will tell you more about why this is the case in a moment. Because the point is, what do you believe in? What experiences have you made in your life so far? What is dragging you down and causing you to keep waking up in this old matrix? Have you perhaps chosen the wrong pill? You can also call the blue pill the comfort pill, because this pill whispers in your ear, everything is fine. You cannot change anything either way. Stay where you are. Just be happy with what you have. Everything will get better at some point. And if you are always good, then life will reward you, at least when you go to heaven after you die. Do you know this inner voice? The one that whispers in your ear, you are safe here, best not to change anything. That's the trap. That's the trap. And do you know from whom this voice is coming? No, it is not an evil force or the Illuminati or some other human despising alien race or the reptiloids or whatever. It does not need any of that. It's you, yourself. It's your negative beliefs that speak to you like that. They make you believe that you cannot change anything, that you are simply not good enough, that it is better for you to stay exactly as it is and just go back to sleep in the illusion that you cannot change your life, and you believe in it and make this to your truth. And it's really easier, because then you do not have to start doing anything differently, which is uncomfortable at first and could cost a lot of energy or maybe also money. And you do not know what really comes out of it. Keep dreaming. Keep swallowing the blue pill and believe that others are to blame you or that you should blame others. And then you experience that everything goes wrong in your life. But this belief system, these negative beliefs, they prevent you from realizing your dreams, your true dreams and your true wishes, and let you stay in the hamster wheel. And this isn't really what you want, and it's no fun either. Maybe you tried once to leave this false or artificial matrix, but you failed because you were worse off afterwards than before. Could it be that you gave up far too early and that the old everyday life, the old matrix, caught up with you again? And then things get really bad because everyone else then says, "See, I told you straight away that you wouldn't make it." I can tell you, your matrix is based on what you believe. That creates your reality. And your reality is your matrix that you live in. You created it yourself. Wait a minute. Can that really be? Is it not your fault because you were born in this world? Yes, you were born into this world where people have a lot of negative beliefs, and they believe in something and hold on to it, and then they think that is unchangeable. But it's not like that. And just because others believe that it is unchangeable, it doesn't mean you have to choose this belief. The red pill whispers in your ear, "You are free." Why don't you finally start living a life where you begin to experience yourself as an infinite and creative being? Because that's what you are, what you really are. The red pill is basically the path to freedom. And with it, you create the life for yourself that brings you fulfillment and happiness. Because there is only one path to fulfillment and happiness. And this is to find out who you really are. And to align all your actions with this. And no longer believe in what others tell you. and to start releasing all the old and negative beliefs that bind you to this old or false matrix. And yes, you heard right. You yourself have chosen. You yourself choose the wrong matrix through your negative beliefs that keep whispering in your ear. There is no way out. Life is just hard. Others haven't made it either, and you are not strong enough, or you are not worth it, and you are just still guilty. You have tried it before and it didn't work. You should better stay on your couch and stick to your old habits. At least you know what you have got there. Yes, I admit the red pill can challenge you. You have to overcome your fears. You have to find out who you really are. And maybe doing something weird or something you have never done before. And you do not really know, is it right or is it wrong? But in reality, there is no right and wrong. And it can be at first very exhausting to change your old patterns and habits, to free yourself. You might feel insecure, but that is a process. Through this process, you find out who you really are. Maybe there are fears of the unknown, and you do not yet see the way through, and maybe everything does not make sense. This is the beginning of your awakening process. And maybe for the first time, there is something really new you can sense. Maybe it is astonishing you. And this is that you have guidance, inner guidance, and that your true essence knows what you want to, what wants to be lived. And I can tell you, after swallowing many red and blue pills in my life, it is worth it to free yourself from the false matrix. There are no shortcuts. The shortcut is basically to recognize that you yourself have it in your hands to free yourself from the old matrix by starting to create new and positive beliefs. Your truth is not something where it is about believing. It is something much bigger in you. Because there are many people believing in good things, but if you do not act it out, if there are only the words about great possibilities and spirituality and whatever, but when you do not act it out, then it is really not worth using those words. Because when you not act it out, then you do not really make these words to your truth. When it is your truth, then you have to act it out. Then before you not act it out, it's not really your truth. And only then you will break free from the old matrix. And what you believe in, that determines your world. It determines your reality. Begin to free yourself from old and negative beliefs and programmings. Maybe you have them since your birth or your childhood, and replace them with positive, new and uplifting beliefs that support you, that gives you inner strength. For example, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I am here in this world to discover and live everything that inspires me, that fulfills me, that makes me happy. Then your life will change forever, and you will realize more and more that everything was always right, but you couldn't see it. And there was no one to blame, truly. And it wasn't the outer circumstances. It was always only you. And you have the possibility to move out from this fake matrix. And now it's the time to set off a new journey. It is never too late. And you cannot go wrong when you start to choose the red pill. And then you really can discover who you are, what you really love to do. And you can go and realize your dreams and wishes. Because you deserve it. And you deserve to create the life you want. The universe will begin to support you in doing just that. The universe is the divine principle, and the divine is always on your side. God wants that you find the right path because you are part of God. There is no enemy. Just like in the movie when Neo follows the rabbit, the woman's tattoo, he could have made a different decision, but he was brave. He knew there was something worth sticking with. Follow the white rabbit. Are you ready? Start to go into your self-exploration and recognize where you have not lived your truth so far and where it would be important to change. Then something really amazing will happen when you really find your inner power, and that everything in your life is only determined by your belief system. And life is not waiting for you. You have to understand. You have to begin to detach from this fake matrix that you want to live. You have the choice. You always have the choice. It all starts with a decision. The decision for you. And how to do that, to leave the false matrix, I will show you. It's not difficult, but you have to learn to distinguish between negative beliefs and positive beliefs, and let go of the ones you do not longer need. And this will change your life forever. You may not yet be able to imagine how happy and fulfilling your life then can be. And if I can support you and explain exactly how this works, what you need to do to release your negative beliefs and thus completely transform your life. And when you never want to fail again because of the old matrix, then get in touch with me. You can find the link directly here below the video. And I love you. And please share this video. Thank you.